Just when we thought Drake had already hit rock bottom, he somehow finds a new way to sink even lower. His latest move? A full-on lawsuit targeting Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us, accusing it of having manipulated streams. But what Drake doesn't realize is that in trying to save face, he's only doing more damage to his reputation and, unfortunately, to hip-hop as a whole. This time, though, he's not just going after Kendrick or his label for allegedly promoting Not Like Us to ruin his public image. Now, Drake's taking aim at the song itself, from its cover art to the lyrics, claiming defamation of character because the track was allowed a commercial release. He's accusing UMG and Kendrick of intentionally tearing down his character with a song that, according to him, never should have seen the light of day. The absurdity of this lawsuit speaks volumes about where Drake's head is at right now. It doesn't matter where you stand in this beef. Drake's actions here tell us exactly who he is, and it's clear that he's going all in to protect his fragile image. What's worse, he's so far down this rabbit hole that there's no coming back from it. This isn't about business or fairness anymore. It's all about Drake trying to rewrite the outcome of his ongoing battle with Kendrick Lamar. But before we dive deeper, do me a solid and hit that like button and subscribe. It helps a lot. Let's take a step back and analyze what Drake's doing here. Some people might try to spin this as him fighting for fairness in the industry, claiming he's sticking up for all artists. But let's not kid ourselves. This has always been about Kendrick Lamar. Drake's entire case revolves around the idea that Not Like Us went too far, that Kendrick and UMG crossed a line with how they marketed the song and its content. But when you really break it down, this lawsuit looks like a last-ditch effort to shift the narrative and save his face in this long-running feud. If you're still in denial about what this beef is really about, look at it this way. Drake is trying to claim that Kendrick's lyrics and the cover of Not Like Us attacked his character without any real cause. But this is the same guy who, before all of this, took personal jabs at Kendrick and his family with zero proof, like accusing Kendrick's business partner of fathering his child. Now suddenly he wants to pretend like it was all innocent until Kendrick fired back? This lawsuit, frankly, is a mess. Drake is desperate to change the narrative. But this move might just be the worst one he's made yet. It's not only making him look petty, but it's also undermining everything that makes hip-hop an art form: freedom of expression, competition, and diss tracks. Drake's going so far as to say that Not Like Us destroyed his career and reputation, but in reality, Kendrick's words have only aged like fine wine. The more Drake opens his mouth, the more he proves Kendrick's point. If anything, this lawsuit just makes Kendrick's diss even more impactful and relevant. Remember, Kendrick gave Drake a warning before things got this personal. Kendrick had already referenced Drake's family in his tracks, but he asked him not to take it any further. Drake ignored that request and went straight for the jugular, making baseless accusations against Kendrick and his inner circle. So, when Kendrick responded with Not Like Us, it wasn't about crossing new lines. It was about matching Drake's energy. He was simply returning fire in the same way Drake had already done, only Kendrick's words landed. Drake now wants to act like Kendrick went too far, but let's be real, it's all a deflection. His own songs, like The Heart Part 6, were more damaging than anything Kendrick could have said. In fact, Drake mocked Kendrick's mother, crossing a line that was not only personal, but completely disrespectful. Now Drake wants to pretend like none of that ever happened and paint himself as the victim. Here's the bottom line. Drake is trying to rewrite the past, pretending he didn't throw the first stone. He's now using this lawsuit to try and erase his role in escalating the beef, and in doing so, he's showing just how far he's willing to go to protect his image. This isn't just about Drake versus Kendrick. It's about Drake trying to destroy a song and a piece of art that hit too close to home for him.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
The more he tries to tear down Not Like Us, the more he's undermining everything that makes hip-hop real. And in the end, No matter how much Drake tries to spin it, Kendrick Lamar won this battle, hands down. If you really look at what Drake's doing with this lawsuit, it's way more than just a rap beef. It's a move that could have lasting consequences for hip-hop and for art as a whole. Diss tracks are a part of rap's DNA. They've always been a way for artists to come at each other, to push boundaries and to showcase their skills. It's what makes the genre dynamic. But now, by taking this to the courts, Drake is essentially admitting that he can't compete with Kendrick on the mic. So he's trying to dismantle the very thing that made hip-hop what it is, its competitive spirit. Drake's actions aren't just about losing a battle, they're about turning his back on the very culture that built his career. Instead of stepping up to Kendrick and owning the L, he's choosing to fight through legal means. It's not just a weak play, it's a complete betrayal of the culture. He's more concerned with saving face than he is with preserving the authenticity of hip-hop. And this whole lawsuit? It says a lot about Drake's character. By taking this route, he's showing that his image matters more to him than the truth, more than the culture, and more than the respect of his peers. He's burning bridges, not only with Kendrick, but with the hip-hop community at large. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the court decides, Drake has already lost a lot of respect from both the industry and the fans who value integrity in the game. Now, I'm not saying Kendrick is some flawless figure here. Hip-hop is a battleground, and both of them have thrown heavy shots. But Kendrick's kept it strictly about the music. He didn't need to call lawyers into it. His pen did the talking. Drake, though, has gone down a different path. He's left the art behind and leaned into the legal system, showing he cares more about winning outside the booth than within it. So, where does that leave us? Well, it highlights why Kendrick is held in such high regard. His ability to outplay his opponents, not just lyrically, but with a clear strategy, is unmatched. He doesn't need stunts or lawsuits. His music is his weapon. For Drake, though, this lawsuit could mark the beginning of the end. Because no matter how many hits he's had or how much influence he's built, moves like this show that his reign at the top is shaky at best. And honestly, maybe it's time for a change. Hip-hop deserves leaders who are pushing the culture forward, not those who drag it into legal drama and self-serving narratives. But that's just our opinion. What do you think? Is Drake making a huge mistake here? Or do you think he's got a point? And how do you feel about Kendrick's approach to all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Catch you next time.